Now, when we use the word source, it sounds like it came before you, so it is the source of you. But really, this source is not like the headwaters of a stream. Well, it really is like the headwaters of the stream, in the sense that it is the headwaters, and then it becomes the rain that becomes the headwaters, and then it becomes the rain that becomes the headwaters. In other words, this stream of consciousness that is you is this eternally flowing, ongoing stream. You were source energy before you came into this physical body. A part of that consciousness is here in this physical body, where you are exploring and coming to new conclusions and preferences of what would be better for you. Now, you are not evaluating those against what all other preferences are. You're just standing in the purity and clarity of your now knowing what would feel better to you. And the reason that you know what would feel better to you is because you are able to discern what does not feel good to you. In other words, because of this contrasting vibration that has unwanted and wanted in every particle of every bit of it, when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want, even if you are not able to articulate it. You, like the beasts of your planet, are offering far more of your communication through vibrational output than you are through the words you offer. So when you know what you don't want, what you do want emanates from you, and that emanation is received by the non-physical part of you, the non-physical source energy part of you. What we just said to you is that Source, who existed before you in this body, who exists simultaneously while you are in this body, expands because of your exposure to life while here in this body. So when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want, and you send that rocket forward, and that rocket is then received by the source within you and is vibrationally achieved. So when you don't have enough money and you ask for more, whether you use words or not, that desire for more abundance radiates from you, and the larger part of you becomes more abundant. Now, many of you say, but Abraham, non-physical does not really sound like gold coins. Non-physical does not really sound like cash or money in the bank. Non-physical sort of sounds like ideas and thoughts. And we say non-physical is vibration, but the vibrational base of everything that you know that is manifested is a vibrational base. And the vibrational base of your prosperity is being held by Source in what we are calling your vibrational reality. We've given it a more substantial label, this vortex of creation, because we want you to feel and know, as we do, the validity and the reality of the expansion that has taken place because of your interaction with life, and that exists in a now reality, Now you say, well, it might exist in a now reality, but I can't spend it yet, therefore it's future to me. And we say, we'll give that to you. It's future in terms of your manifestation, but it's now in terms of vibration, and therefore it's now in terms of emotion. Therefore it's now in terms of being. It's now in terms of validity. It's now. It's right now. It's now, and you can claim it. But you often don't claim it because it hasn't manifested, and you don't claim it because since it hasn't manifested, you call it future, and therefore still missing. And as long as it feels like it's still missing to you, which it is in terms of being able to see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it, it exists as far as we're concerned in terms of being able to feel it and know it. And if you can make that jump today, if you can make the emotional leap into your vortex where you can know your well-being, where you can know your abundance, where you can know that which you've evolved to, even before others are able to see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it. If you can know it because you've got your tuner set to the now knowing, feeling, converging source energy meets physical beingness moment in time where all of your power is, if you can reach for that powerful knowing point, then first of all, you'll be happy now. The negative stuff will lift off of you, because in knowing who you really are and what you want and practicing the vibration of it, the resistance cannot be in your vibration. And when the resistance is not in your vibration, two wonderful and amazing things happen to you. First and foremost, really we mean this, you feel fabulous. Because when resistance raises or lifts off of you, when resistance is gone and your vibration raises, you are that free-flowing, good-feeling, clear-minded, vital, eager, passionate being that you were born to be. That's the first thing that happens. The second thing that happens is manifestation. Now, many of you say, well, we'd have put that one first. Manifestation seems way better than just being happy. But the reason we didn't put it first is because if you put manifestation before happiness, you hold the manifestation and the happiness off. If you will put happiness before the manifestation, then you can have the happiness now, and the manifestation is right on the heels of it. We're not kidding you even a little bit about that. This is how the science of deliberate creation works. It is something that you can feel and confirm and show evidence of through your manifestation. So we are eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. We'll be talking about law of attraction, but law of attraction is so much more than people think it is. Law of attraction is really about you recognizing at a vibrational and therefore an emotional level who you really are, and doing your level best in every moment to be all of that. What it is really about is no longer being willing to walk around as a partial being. The thoughts you think cause you to offer a vibration. And when you offer a vibration, there is always a relationship between the vibration you're offering because of the thought you're thinking and the vibration that the larger part of you offers because of the thought the larger part of you is thinking. So, for example, when you're angry at someone, maybe they got mad at you first and you're just mad in defense. When you're angry at someone, the reason it feels so awful to you is not because the person is mad at you and you are mad at the person. The reason you feel so awful is because you're choosing an attitude and an approach to life that the source within you will never choose. And you are letting this be your excuse to cause vibrational separation. That's too strong of a word because you can't ever separate yourself. But vibrational variance, vibrational difference between who you really are, who is one who loves, and who you're being in this moment, which is one who hates or one who is angry or defensive. So when you begin to care, really care about how you feel, then you begin to contour your thoughts to allow yourself to be first in alignment with who you really are before you're having the conversation or the mental conversation with whatever it is you're focused upon. If you will take the time to align with who you really are and then talk to your kids, if you will take the time to align with who you really are and then think about your business, if you will take the time to align with who you are and then contemplate anything else, personal or worldview, if you'll take the time to align with who you are, you'll feel not only the wisdom of that broader perspective flowing through you, but the resonance. And with that resonance comes clarity and vitality and stamina and eagerness. With that resonance comes everything that you are looking for. There isn't anything that any of you want, whether it's a material object or a state of being, a relationship. There is not one thing that you have ever or will ever want that is for any other reason than you believe you would feel better in the having of it. And what we want you to understand is that you have the ability to feel better now. And we'll show you how. We'll talk about it a lot today. It is Sunday in Australia. Did you know? That was so strange. Jerry and Esther were there. They would call back to Texas to the office and they would say, "We're living your future. It's really good. You'll like it when you get here." And while they had fun with that idea, of course that was not valid, because even though it is Saturday in Portland and Sunday in Australia, it is still now in both places. Whether we are talking about the physical you or the non-physical you, it is still now. It is still now. Who you are is offering a vibration now. And who you are is offering a vibration now. And those two vibrational signals are having a relationship that equals how you feel now. So who you are right now, we can promise you without even looking it up on your astrological chart. Who you are right now is one who loves unequivocally. Everyone. Everyone. Who you are is one who focuses so purely upon the wanted aspects of life that from your point of view, negative emotion is non-existent. That's who you really are. So when you look into your world, and if you need something to be negative about, just turn on CNN. It'll give it to you because they are experts. They are experts at scouring the world and looking for things that will bother you. Because as soon as the problem is solved, they don't show it to you anymore. Because they are not interested in informing you, they are only interested in bothering you. So, as you find something to be bothered about, and you support it with all of the facts that come your way, you discover that the source within you is not watching that station. Source within you is not focused upon bothersome things. The source within you is focused upon who you really are. The source within you is focused upon what you have recently become. The source within you is not looking for the problem and beating the drum of it. The source within you is solution-oriented and holding the vibrational, static, chronic signal of the furthest, most well-being that you and others have been able to carve out of all that you have lived. That's what source energy is. And you, no matter how you approach your physical life experience, can never, ever, ever, not one time ever, you cannot move yourself far enough outside the signal of source that its signal doesn't affect you. If you could, you could be really, really negative or really, really disappointed or really, really angry and not feel bad while you're doing it. But because this larger part of who you are is always factored in to your vibrational relationship, then the only way that you can really be happy is to tune yourself to the frequency of your source. And when you do, that's what we call moving into the vortex of fullness, into the vortex of all that isness, into the vortex of now non-resistance to the things that you've been asking for and complete allowance and alignment with their manifestation. That's what being in the vortex is. We want you to leave this gathering with this newfound discovery that you can be or do or have anything that this life inspires you to want. We want you to understand that if the contrast of your life can cause a desire to formulate within you, that vibrational rocket means that it is certain that it can be fully manifested. It does not have to only dwell in this vibrational vortex. We hear some of our physical friends as they try to explain what happens in a gathering like this to their friends. It's very awkward to explain to those who are on a different vibrational wavelength, isn't it? Well, there's, first of all, for starters, there's this man who calls his wife Abraham. Now, right there, it gets weird. And then she or he or whoever they are stands on the stage, pretends they're plural, and wave her arm around, pointing at the floor, insisting that there's a vortex there. And the whole goal is to get in it. We know. Hard to explain. But when you begin to accept that you are vibrational beings and that everything that manifests is preceded by vibration, and that vibration, while it cannot in this pure, sublime form of creation, while it cannot be seen or heard or even detected,